Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to FPL, don't panic. Voice is a little bit low this morning. It is 5 a.m. here in New Zealand. Got it all going on at the moment, guys. I'm going in for a small, not serious operation. I have to leave the house in about an hour, so I'm going to be pretty much out of it for about the next 24 hours. It's just right into the tooth. I've got to get some shite done to it. But I'll need to be knocked out. And also, myself and Caroline will be on a plane to Ireland in about 48 hours time as well. Once I've just got through the operation and had a day to recover. A bit of stuff going on there once more. So I'll be back in your hemisphere doing videos from there in a few days time. But I'll definitely be offline for a few days. So just going to pop this one out quickly before the deadline, which is less than 2 days away now. So what am I going to cover off? Just going to quickly go through the averages. Haven't done an averages update for a couple of weeks, and then we'll obviously have a look at the team for this coming game week, and am I or am I not going to do a transfer? And we'll also, as I say, look at everything by the averages. Usual shite. Same, different day, same shite. Yeah, it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting as we just sort of look at the averages there after that last game week. So I'm closing the gap. Two decent sized greens in a row. Obviously disappointing green the last one. 75 pointer. Could have been so much better. Should have been so much better. It is what it is, though. As I say, at least everything is moving in the right direction. 492,979 rank. Averages creeping up ever more slowly, but creeping up. 57.76 at the moment. So now at least ahead of the 500k, which was my target to be there by 25, but I got there by 26. But it's, as I say, from where I was in game week 19 or even game week 18, where it was at about 1.2 million, it's moving in the right direction. Closing the gap a little bit on that top 100k, which has got to be the next target. Can I get there by game week 30? Won't be easy. Yes, what's it? Yeah, exactly 50 points. Exactly 50 points. Yeah, certainly want to be there. But if I'm to have any chance of making the top 50k, certainly need to be there by 32, I think. 50k, I still think, despite everything, is still doable. 1,571 with an average of 60.42. It's still doable. It's still doable. Over the last few game weeks, the 50k average hasn't changed by a huge amount, but since 23, my average has gone up by 2 points. Could still make it. Need a bit of luck, though. Definitely need a little bit of luck. Yeah, so those are the averages, and as you can see, it's moving in the right direction, slowly, but just chipping away at it bit by bit. So where there's life, there's hope. Yeah, the challenge now, I think, obviously, is, as I say, I've got the next round of cup matches there with, thanks to FPL Mate for letting me use the slide, their percentage chances of being a doubler in game week 33. And the simple fact is, at the moment, every single team in the Premier League could possibly have their fixture moved. There is a chance that absolutely any team could end up having a double. But sort of ranked by the most likely ones at the top. So, so Arsenal, Newcastle, Brighton, Chelsea, Liverpool, Palace, sort of been the ones most expectation, and I think Burnley, Man City, you'd expect probably would have a double as well. The challenge I have got, obviously no wildcard. We've spoken about that long and often. Making transfers now, not wanting to leave points behind. Yeah, that is as simple as that. Not wanting to leave points behind when there are really, really good assets with really, really good fixtures. And mainly I'm thinking of Brentford and Liverpool. Been the two that I really would like to get. Thiago. I'd like to get Barnes up to Thiago. I'd like to maybe even Ekatike, certainly Verts, maybe Van Dijk. I still think, look at that team going out. Semenyo. Risking transfers in the hope that they do double in 33. Until we've got more information. That is my biggest challenge at the moment. And I tell you right now, probably a good job I'm getting knocked out for a few days, but in the meantime, definitely need to keep that FOMO glove nearby, because it's very tempting to turn Rice, as for instance, into Semenyo. Be the easiest thing in the world to do this week, because I think Newcastle could be there for the taking this week. I really do. But Rice is getting back to what I brought Rice in to do. That consistency, the last 3 games, 5, 5, 9. Those are great numbers. If he sort of keeps doing that, week in, week out, across the weeks, 5, 5, 9, 5, 5, 9. That's a really, really, really consistent asset that I would want to keep hold of. I think it's still definitely going to be a roll. I think it is. And then I think most likely then would be potentially Palmer, even if he bangs, but with those nasty, nasty fixtures, Arsenal away, Villa away. But Palmer going out, turning him into Verts probably. And it could be that I turn Enzo into Semenyo, even though I know Semenyo has got the blank in 31. Even with that blank, I'd be prepared to play with 10 men, honestly, in 31 if I had to. I don't think I'll have to. I still think I could somehow do it. 2 free transfers. Hammer. 2 Semenyo. Enzo. To Verts. And maybe take the hit and turn Barnes. I'm not sure I have quite enough then to get him to what's his name, to Thiago. Much to think about, guys, much to think about, but take this one to the bank. I think I am going to roll. And on that team, the prediction would be 59, excluding captaincy. It was very, very accurate, that my last prediction. If my captain bangs, that would be acceptable. And just hope for a bit of luck. But as you can see there, the threats. Now these are the threats as they were last week. Yeah, you can see the list of threats. I'll just make that a bit bigger so I can actually read it. Oh, I can't read that. Never mind. You guys can see it there, but you can see the threats. João Pedro, Semenyo, etc. Rogers, and just keep my fingers and toes crossed that they don't go too mad, because I actually like the look of this team going out for this game week. I really do. And then, as I said, just catching that fixture churn with Chelsea and turn that money into assets that I would want going forward. But also that thing is trying to pick ones that have got a decent chance of doubling post in 33. It's that minefield. I do not want to leave points behind. I could just keep rolling, but I think I may have to take a couple of punts next week on assets that I want that are at the top of the decent chance of doubling. And then we'll obviously get past the quarterfinals. Yeah, we'll get past that blank and the quarterfinals. And what will I have? yeah, try and get there with 3 or 4 transfers to double 33, then to just top up those doubles, and hopefully I get a full team of doublers out. I don't think I'll get a 15 out, mainly because I don't think Man United will make it through to the. We'll get a double, and I certainly won't be selling Bruno off. And Bruno again is an asset that I'd like to keep till the end of the season. Could be that I just end up with trying to aim for 11 doublers, and maybe, just maybe, we look at a bench boost in. Let's see, hang on to Tarkowski because it's just another transfer that I would like to make but can't afford to make. But Burnley home, that could potentially a bench boost in 29. Potentially, I'm not going to play for it, but if it evolves that way, that could be quite a good one. Hopefully, to give my points a boost, and they say just get me just really focused on the 11 that'll be going out for double 33. It's probably the way we're going to play it. In the meantime, that's the team. That is the team. I think we're just going to stick with that. Keep our collective fingers and toes crossed that your Rogers, your Pedros, etc. don't bang and destroy my rank and destroy this nice incremental progress that I'm making. So listen, guys, that's probably all you're going to hear from me for about 48 hours. Maybe, well, it'll actually probably be more. I will actually be in the air while a lot of the weekend football is on. So it is Emirates, and they do tend to have some live games on. So could at least make for a good flight, being able to watch some of the football. We'll have to do the Bishop Brennan's Cup next week. Take care, have fun, play your own game, don't panic. Hope you have absolutely fantastic game weeks. And next time you hear from me, I could well be in Ireland. I'll see you lot soon. Bye bye.